southern winds from Serbia. Ships return on a summer morning.
Welcome to the Melbourne Cup at fabulous Flemington and the end of a century of magic moments. It has become more than the race that stops a nation. It stops our hearts as well. From the adrenaline rush through our veins as the gates fly open, to the thunder of the home straight and the twinkle in our eyes as history is made before.
With a capital G.
He dug deep and found the stuff the champions are made of.
It's a sense of pride, of being there. It's a breathtaking 3-minute ride of emotions that will end in either agony or ecstasy, but will always be worth the price of the journey.
Might and Power, the leader. Doremus is coming at him. Doremus after Might and Power. Might and Power and Doremus, they in it.
From modern-day marvels to a bolt of lightning that became a national hero, the quest for the Golden Chalice begins today. Welcome to Derby Day, the greatest day of racing on the Australian Turf Cup. A day when the champions of the future take their first steps towards immortality. And the dreams of racing's elite will be unfolded for all to see.
Arena hit the lead in the Derby. It's drawn away from Lawyer. Sky Heights and Arena's coming away. Arena wins the Derby by 2.5 lengths.
The excitement, the colour, the passion. From the marquees to the mounting yard, this is Australian racing at its finest.
Portland player in front for Greg Hall and Portland player.
Welcome to the 1999 Melbourne Cup Carnival, live and exclusive to Network 10.
Over 137 years, it has captured the heart and soul of all Australians. It's the biggest, most prestigious event in our sporting calendar. Yet, it's beyond sport. It's a tradition steeped in our blood, and we wouldn't have it any other way. Only one network can bring you all the emotion of history in the making. The 1999 Melbourne Cup Day, live and exclusive, starts 10 a.m. Tuesday on 10.
And there's a consensus here. It won't happen too many times throughout the day, but we only like the one, the Falbalon, the Queensland flyer, and he should be the one to beat here, showing now $1.70 on Super Tab, and he's out behind the gates and about to move into the stalls. And there's a good look at this flying machine with Alan Russell in the saddle. Only a small field, so let's return to Dan and Gary in the commentary box.
Then I hand it over to you. Race 2, the Chivas Regal Group 3, $100,000, and away they go. Falbalon jumped pretty well. He's looking to come down the flat side of the track, and in doing so, he almost directs the others to go down there with him. So it's Falbalon showing the speed, and he's able to go across and lead from Cullen. Fabiano's son's not all that far away, but it's back on the rails. Going forward was Gotham Ruler around Alpine Express, getting a nice run, and so's Double Trio. He's in the green and black colours over on the fence just behind Cullen. Fabiano's son's allowed to drift back now, and he's going to come out around Prize Fighter, but he's gone back to last, and Zaitan's about third last. Running onto the course proper of the 600 metres, Cullen has the inside running, Falbalon outside of him in the gold cap, and then Gotham Ruler. Then Double Trio has had a good run, followed by Alpine Express, now niggled out a little bit from Prize Fighter. Fabiano's son working into it, and last is Zaitan. 400 to go, Falbalon travelling okay, levels up with Cullen, 2 lengths to Double Trio, then Gotham Ruler, Alpine Express and Fabiano's son. It's Falbalon. He put his head in front of Cullen at the 200, then Double Trio. Fabiano's son runs on, but Falbalon going for 7 out of 7. He put his neck in front of Cullen, who's fighting hard, but Falbalon's going to remain unbeaten. Falbalon wins it, Cullen second, third Fabiano's son, Double Trio fourth. They got right away from the others. Alpine Express, Zaitan, Gotham Ruler and Prize Fighter. And Felvalon has done it again. He sat as quiet as he could, Alan Russell, until about the 200 metres. He had a bit of a fight there with Cullen, but he was too good. He never really got super desperate, did he? It looked only to be hands and heels,
That's
Gary.
right, and he just asked him for an effort, and like a good horse here, he really linked in stride and put it away, and he's ran 1.9, which is a very good time, Dan. Cullen, I thought, was a pretty good run. He did make a good race for the Fablion, but the other horse, Fabiano's Son, he ran home all right.
Gave them a start, though, Fabiano's Son. He seemed to drift back on the fence, and Brett Preble wanted to get away from the other runners, it looked like.
Yes, well, here's a good shot of the mare, and here, Alan Russell Robinson, he hasn't asked him for a effort here. Now he's just asked him to lengthen stride. Cullen's on the fence, he's fighting back strongly. I thought for his huge strides, Shane Dye was going to get Cullen to come right back at him, but he's asked him for the real supreme effort here. Put the whip away again here, and he's gone to the line like a very good horse. 7 straight, that's not many horses I know can do that.
No, all in the metropolitan area too, and beating some of the best sprinting 3-year-olds around. He's done it in 2 states now, and I'm sure they'd be eyeing off Group 1 races. They would have to be next preparation. Races like the Oakley Plate, Newmarket, and some of the weight for age sprinting races would be right up this horse's alley.
Lovely horse here, and didn't he show some great speed out of the barrier?
He whipped across.
Yes.
Alan Russell's was intent on just coming over to the rails, and I noticed a few of the other jocks almost watching where Alan was going with this horse and then decided to follow.
Yes, he really controlled the race. And there's a great head-on shot of them. You see Cullen with Shane Dye and the blue on the fence. Alan Russell on Fabian just outside of him. Bart Cummings' horse came out and the checks there. I thought he was going to make a run. Right on the outside is Fabiano's Son. But you can just see, give him a crack with the whip, put his mind back on the job, and he's just ridden him hands and heels there.
May have underestimated Cullen.
And in this, the Hardy Brothers Classic, they'll start over at the 1600, like the first race. And a pretty big field here, so barrier position certainly important. Noircia from Jennifer Letsy and myself. Richard Friedman says Nicolas is going to win, and it's good to have a variation of opinion. Rainbow Bubbles from Dan Malicki. Rose of Dane from Gary Willits. Any number of chances. We said we'd show you a shot of number 5, Nicolas, behind the gates, and there she is, out behind the 1600 metre barrier. Roy Higgins has joined me. How did you think she looked, Roy? Nicolas?
Actually, she looks excellent, Pete. Her problem is her record here at Flemington doesn't read all that good. She's had 7 starts, only been around the money on about 2 or 3 occasions. That's a little bit of a question mark because she's been so consistent at Caulfield and she performs well there. I went along with yourself and Jenny with Noir Sir. I thought her run in the Toorak was absolutely outstanding. Back to this class here. She's been in the money 3 of her 4 starts here at Flemington. I think you're going to get a big run here. I marked her on top of number 8, Rainbow Bubbles. She's got the blinkers on today. This possibly can give Frankie Dettori a chance to win his first race in Australia. Rose of Dane, she's had a pretty rough passage the last 2 or 3 runs. Got the blinkers on here too. Look for a big run from her. And the other one that Jenny mentioned, number 11, Savannah. Don't be surprised if you see a big run at big odds for her. So I marked them in this order, 3, 8, 13 and 11.
Roy Higgins, courtesy of Sport 927. Before they went around to the gates, Mark Aston caught up with Matthew Gatt, the rider of Noircia.
Well, Matthew, do you fancy your chances on Noircia?
Yeah, I do. She's a very good mare, and she about 3 months ago she won her first Group 2 race, and she's right up to this company today.
She's been a bit unlucky recently too.
Yeah, her last run was in a Toorak Group 1 company, and she ran 3 or 4 lengths behind Unrum, and it was a real good run because she start before that she sort of got in a little bit of trouble and had to have a couple of weeks off and only did a lot of swimming, so she wasn't very fit for that run. So this time, this second run in, she'll be very hard to beat.
Yes, Matthew Gatt with the A after his name, standing for Apprentice. They're ready in the 4th. Here's Dan.
And a very good jockey. All set to go. All clear given now. And they're off and racing. Rose of Dane jumped well down near the inside. Dame Kath slow out. Hula Wonders towards the end of the field with Von Ann. Noircia is allowed to drift back, and also Rainbow Bubbles. Whereas Rose of Dane went to the lead from Rasbright here. Our Erin and Flirty Bird was handy to them. Carmanesque and the White Cap is going up 3 wide. Then Nicola Lass and Nahayan. Over on the inside was Ruby Toff and Vale pushing through to get a better spot. Rainbow Bubbles is around the outside of Savannah. They're about midfield at the moment. Rainbow Bubbles is in the all-orange colours and must be 4 deep. Now Nahayan is back beyond midfield with a gold cap and the red and gold striped sleeves. They were followed by Ruby Toff, now drifting back from Von Ann, Dame Kath. And towards the tail end, Noircy is on the outside of Zartella as they run up towards the 800 metres. And Rose of Dane in front, setting a solid tempo, leads by a length to Carmanesque. 2 lengths away, Raspride third. Rainbow Bubbles went up into 4th spot. About 2 lengths away, Our Erin. Then came Nicola Lass and Flirty Bird in the centre. Hula Wonders off the track around Nahayan. Then Savannah Vale on the fence. Behind those, Dame Kath. And then came Von Ann. Ruby Toffs, Tella's second last. And Noircy is at the end of the field as they turn into the straight. 500 to go. Rose of Dane in front of Carmanesque under the whip. Our Erin runs up behind the leader. Then Raspride Ruby Toff trying to get through. Vale on the rails. And further out on the track, Nicola Lass is running on. And Noircy unleashing a run. Rainbow Bubbles has gone. Our Erin joins Rose of Dane and Vale. Here's Noircy laid out wide. Vale got up on the fence. Noircy is charging home. Vale's in front. Noircy is flying out of there. Noircy and Matthew Gatt go up the pounce on the lead. And what a timing of a run. Matthew Gatt and Noircy beat. A photo finish between Vale and Our Erin, who both fought on well. Then came Zartella. Next came Savannah. Further back, Rose of Dane, Ruby Toff. Behind those was Flirty Bird, and then Nahayan, Nicola Lass, Von Ann, Carmanesque, Dame Kath, Raspride Hula Wonder, and Rainbow Bubbles raced too fiercely and was gone on the turn and weakened to run last. Very close for the Miners, and it'll go to the inside Vale. Number 14 at any old price, and third home was Our Erin. Well, I've got a lot of time for Matthew Gath. He was on the favourite. He was back to last. Most jockeys would panic when you consider his age. He's peeled to the outside here, 8 lengths off the lead, and she's unleashed a finishing burst. And it's a jockey knowing his form and knowing his horse 100%, Gary Willis.
Oh, yes, look, I'd like to know what she's run that last 200 metres in. She's just flowing. And boy, wasn't he happy when he reached the line, Matthew Gatt. It was a
so
great
he should
run.
be too. I was very disappointed for him to see he's not riding My Sienna today, because he is a young lad that is going to go places. I think one of the most promising jockeys that we'd have around at the moment. He's only an apprentice, and what a big thrill to win a Group 2 $250,000 race.
That's right. You can see that whip, the wave as he goes across the line. And here they are. She's right on the outside here. Should be 5 or 6 lengths off these leaders here. But by gee, she's got home in a great row of knots.
Official numbers are 3, 14 and 15. 4th in Zartella, a nice run. And Rose of Dane, who made the play, she was wearing blinkers the first time. She was out of trouble today, but the effort told and weakened into fifth.
Yes. She has got in a little bit here, Noircy. Like she started off, I reckon, 8 or 9 wide, but boy, she has shifted in, but I don't think she's caused any trouble.
Well, I'm sure
Johnny
we'll see a big smile on Matthew's face here, Gary.
I think so. And Johnny Letts has got the winning jockey, Matthew Gatt.
Yeah, Matty, your biggest win ever, and it's at the Melbourne Cup Carnival.
Yeah, it's always good to ride a winner on Melbourne Cup Carnival. Apprentices don't really get much of a go, but thanks to Mark and the owner, he's kept me on this mare.
Yeah, Graham, yeah, he's a great guy, and he's in Adelaide when you won the Sedgwick Classic on her.
Yeah.
And she travels very well for this mare.
Yeah, I sort of I got back further than what I really wanted to, but she just had it was a class above, and I bring it to the outside, and she just let go. It was good.
I would say there'd be some big celebrations tonight.
Yeah, there will be.
Yeah, and it's your biggest race win, $250,000 race, Matt.
Yeah, it is, you know. That's my third Group 2 winner, but on Derby Day, just something special.
I tell you what, it's not going to be your last one, though, because it was a beautiful ride.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah. Thanks, Matty, and good luck for the rest of the carnival.
Thanks.
Yeah, lovely patient ride there by Matthew Gatt aboard that mare Noircy, and you probably had heart palpitations at the top of the straight, but the pace was pretty genuine. They decided on a different set of riding tactics for Rose of Dane today, and they got out the front and made the pace. And this horse Noircy, well, she just lengthened over the last little bit and has run a fantastic race, especially over the last 200 metres. The sectionals would be quite astonishing, and trainer Mark Houlihan has just come and joined us down here in the mounting yard. Well done, Mark.
Good, thanks very much.
Any heart palpitations when she was so far back on the home turn, but it was a pretty genuine speed, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I think he's one of our 4 out of 6 or 7, something like that on it, you know, so I don't mind putting him on. He's been a great little rider for her anyway, you know, so, and I think he's got a real future anyway, you know, so he's a good kid. He does what he's told, and he suits the horse, so he can stay on it, yeah.
Well, with that combination, you're always going to be hard to beat, Mark. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Mark Houlihan, the winning trainer, Noircy, a great run, fantastic effort. Matty Gatt driving it home in the 4th here at Flemington. The Hardy brothers will take a break and come back with the weight signal and the Super Tab dividends. You're watching the opening day of the 1999 Melbourne Cup Carnival.